dynamic flows and take heed. Need more information, homeboy, than just weed. When I step up in the place, and yo, I step correct. I got you all in check. I got that head nod that make you.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. They start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. They'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on second down. You look at this Raiders defense, and they played well.
Entering setting. Menu narration set to 100.
Against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Here we go. Ready?
Throwing, Sanders. It's caught on the right side, Williams. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to put that first down, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A 2-yard gain.
4th down to give to Gibbs. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
First down.
In motion, the tight end. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's caught for a Bronco touchdown. Jamison Williams, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are on the board first here in Vegas. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Raiders nothing. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Bronco switch. Bronco switch.
They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
A gain of a yard.
Yeah, things are pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's Flacco. That's complete. It's Brian Thomas. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Bootleg, Flacco. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Raiders at 6-2 to start play. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape preparing for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
70 Timberwolves.
A give out of the gun to Jeanty. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up the first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. Now Flacco. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. But you look at this Bronco defense against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
You know, when actors get ready for a scene, they often ask the question, what's my motivation? But what's the motivation of this group? What's their mindset? What's the problem that they have? Will they create an identity that allows them to get better?
Flacco looks to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
And here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
19 tight. 19 tight. Warrior 70.
Flacco. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Already know how it go. Already know I got shit on go. Money calling, gotta go. You gotta go if you play or you troll. Freshest on the globe. Got trying to snatch out my soul. Running back pockets on swole. Young, got a whole lot of seats on. Turning money up to a whole nother level. I don't know no better. When I got rich, got
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going to try it. Here's Flacco. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Watch the back on this play. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready.
To throw now, here's Sanders. Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Let's go.
It's a gain of 11.
19,
And the Broncos first down.
19.
A gain of 11 on the play. First
Now
down.
they'll shift things around.
Go.
Sanders to throw. Short throw, he's got Kraft. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Broncos.
Here's Sanders. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Taking it right down Broadway. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And what I saw in Bill was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
On play action, here's Shador. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Ready.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
These two teams all tied after one.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard
Broncos
line.
football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Shador. Finds Gibbs on the check down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Broncos first down.
19 tight.
Sanders. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Okay, break.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Cowboy 80. Cowboy 80. Ready.
To throw is Sanders. Locates Williams along the sideline. Pass is complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Let's go now. 70. 70. 19. Go.
Throwing again, it's Sanders. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's another Broncos first down.
Now Sanders. He'll find Metcalf. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
A gain of 10 yards. That's another Broncos first down.
Back to throw again. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Bauer. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15.
7, Bronco 80. Trap 60. Trap 60. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Check. Back him 60. Ready.
From the gun, it's Sanders. Got his man, and that's the rookie fourth-round pick.
Sanders pass.
Let's go.
This drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions, but they need 7 yards here.
Third down.
Buffalo 18. 18, Pioneer. Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this pass broken up.
Sanders
And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Viking 18. Warriors 70. Panther 11. Panther 11.
They'll go. Here's Sanders. That is caught. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
On the set. 79 Broncos. Here we go. Set. 70 Lions. 19 Lions. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Sanders going to throw again. This is caught. Touchdown Broncos. Jamison Williams halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
Evan McPherson.
What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Outside, so I'm saying this side, show you and I vibe, take a peek like Tupac. I see the bunch of mean guys in the band and a tie. Don't know the west side, give me side eyes. Ain't nobody that I really recognize. Ain't surprised to ride the killer vibe. Probably the reason you die trying to feel alive, but I'm incentivized by in the thighs, gripping on it like I'm picking a prize. I hit the crib with a collide, but really ain't tripping. We can get it right through the
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And they work this well upfield across the 45. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
On first down, it's Genty. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
He was taken down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8.
60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Flacco from midfield. That's complete. It's Ashton Genty. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in the zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
12 more yards there and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now a first carry for their fullback. That stop made by Jack Campbell.
Good solid gain on first down. About what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
It's now 2nd and 6.
2nd down and 6 now.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Cup 19, Cup 19. Ready?
Flacco from the gun. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Nico Collins from 17 yards out. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Harrison
Butker on for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing here. Knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Harrison Butker set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
2nd and 10.
Set up. Cowboy 80. Mustang 19.
Staying over.
Ready.
Throwing, Sanders. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And now fall incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hop 70, hop 70. 65, 75, 18. Dragon 60.
Operating from the gun, Sanders. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it, on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. Pushing his way through. He's still on his feet. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
They'll get three as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
To pass, Flacco. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Mustang 19 Lion. Ready?
Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Flacco. Well, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Broncos are going to take over here up near the 40. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
And the Raiders have got it. Shamar Turner. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
16 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
79 Broncos. Cup 19. Cup 19. 19 Lions. Ready, ready?
From the shotgun, Sanders. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. They've been brilliant, perfect on fourth down so far, 3 for 3, and they're going to try again here. Goes out left, it's caught by Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Denver.
Come on.
Sanders once more. Finding Williams once more, complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5. At the Raiders' 42-yard line.
Get it. Hey, go.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, here's Corum. And he is going to lose yardage here. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it. It's Sanders. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Broncos.
Let's go. Panther 60.
Out of the gun here, Sanders. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Gibbs straight ahead. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the fourth quarter already. Gotta tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Here we go, here we go. Check go.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Is give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Back. Bronco 80. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
And they'll send the tight end in motion.
Go.
Sanders to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there. It's third down.
Third down. And 5 yards to go.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Sanders. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Tucker Kraft, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos are looking as if they'll move it to 7-2 as they add on to this lead. And McPherson on for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
28. Raiders 14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And fighting down inside the 25. And it takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Cougar 19.
Flacco. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
14 yards. Brings up 4th down.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 79 Bronco.
They're going to try it. Here's Flacco. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Parsons. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Ready, 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 ready.
Now a give to Gibbs, running left. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Sanders. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Gibbs will score. Touchdown, Broncos. They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Here's Flacco. He'll get this out to Genty. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. That would complete downfield to Thomas. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big pickup of 38 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were made this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Nico Collins, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
And after all that, they are set up in unbelievable field position. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to 9. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
For the field goal, a 46-yard attempt.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and maybe more importantly, a victory.